Welcome back to Crab Place, and today we're here in Blox Fruits, and I'm gonna be giving you some of the best tips to know when you're starting out Blox Fruits as a beginner in the first sea. So let's just go to the first sea real quick. Okay, so here we are in the first sea, and if you just joined Blox Fruits for the first time, this is probably where you're going to start out. So the first thing that we're going to cover is stats. Basically, if you go over to menu here and then stats, here are all of your stats. So let's walk through each one. Blox Fruit stat upgrades the amount of damage your Blox Fruit stat. Your gun stats upgrade the amount of damage your guns do. Sword stats upgrade the amount of damage your swords do. Defense makes your health go up, and melee upgrades your energy, and when you get a melee ability, that upgrades its damage as well. So this is basically where you're going to want to go. So let's say I just complete a quest. Let me just complete this quest real quick. Okay, so I just killed the 5 bandits and I earned 300 XP. So once you're a lower level, like I need 18 million XP to get to another level. But once you're a lower level, that should give you 3 stats, which you can use to upgrade your melee, defense, sword, gun, or Blox Fruit. So that brings us to the next thing. When you're starting out, and instead of just punching people with your normal melee punches like that, you're going to want to go over here to the sword dealer and buy a katana or a cutlass. They both cost the same, but me personally, I prefer the katana just because like I'm a big Zoro fan. But it will be much more useful than just punching people, and you'll be able to be killing these bandits a lot quicker and moving on. So the next thing, let's just go to Middle Island real quick. Okay, so here's Middle Island. There's the pirate island we just came from. And one thing that you're gonna never, and absolutely never want to do is come over here to the weapon dealer and buy a gun. Let me tell you guys, a gun is the biggest waste of money and the most useless thing in Blox Fruits. So never waste your stats on upgrading your gun stat, nor buy a gun. And going back to the sword stats, it's okay to upgrade your sword stats, but for me, I reset my stats because I became a Blox Fruits master instead of a sword master. So when you're first starting out, you can just upgrade your sword stats until you buy a Blox Fruit. Then you're going to want to focus on your Blox Fruit stats. So continuing to the never buy things. Never buy a bow. Always go with this free dingy over here. Like, it might be a bit slow, but you're not going to want to waste your money in the starting levels. Like $300, $1,000, $4,000 on one of those big ships. Just always buy the dingy. It's practical. Because boats don't even save. Like, you can buy a $4,000 boat, but when you join back, it's not going to be there. You're going to have to buy it again. So you're not going to want to waste your money on a boat. So now, if you sail from Pirate Island, once you upgrade, you're going to go to the jungle. So let's head over to the jungle. So here we are at the jungle, right? And once you're, if I can get up this thing, once you're at the jungle, once you reach level 50, this is going to be one of the most important things ever. This guy, the Blox Fruit Gacha. So basically, once you click him, he'll give you a physical fruit. So like a physical fruit every 2 hours. And since my level's pretty high, it's going to cost me quite a lot of money, but for you guys it should be pretty low once you hit level 50. And from this guy was so useful for me in my starting things. Like, look, I've gotten all these Blox Fruits just from this guy. So if you're looking to become a Blox Fruits dealer, that guy's gonna be extremely useful to you. Anyways, so the next thing we're going to go on to is aura, or also known as Haki for the One Piece fans. So basically, in the anime, Luffy uses Haki to greatly enhance his damage and what he does. So that's the same thing in this game. So what you're going to want to do is, I'll tell you guys from the jungle. So if you guys look out into the sea, you see that little mountain over there. You're going to want to head over there. That's going to be where we're going to get our Haki. So let's just travel over there. Okay, so once you get to this mountain island, you're going to want to go to the right over here, all the way towards this mysterious cave, right? And here you're going to find the ability teacher who's going to teach you aura. So for $25,000, you can use you can learn aura. You just buy it, and like it doesn't matter what level you are. And basically, if you're on computer, the J hotkey turns on your aura, as you can see, just like Luffy's armament hotkey. And if you're on, I'll throw up a picture right now. If you're on mobile, you're just gonna hit the little aura button, which will activate your aura. And there are many other abilities you can learn from this guy. For example, Flash Step. So for 100,000. So basically, Flash Step is you can just teleport wherever you want. So for me, if I just Flash Step right now, look, I teleported all the way over here. And finally, Air Jump you can learn for 50,000. Oh no, 10,000. You're definitely gonna want to buy Air Jump. It's really useful. So for you, when you're starting out without Air Jump, you're probably gonna only be able to double jump once. But for me, I can double jump like an infinite amount of times because I bought Air Jump. So it's gonna be really useful for you. And going back to aura. Okay, so let me show you how much of a damage increase aura gives you. So for here, normally, if I just punch this guy normally, I do 762 damage, right? But then once I turn on my aura, I do 892 damage. So as you can see, there's an almost one. Let me just kill this kid real quick. He's kind of annoying me. Hey, don't run away. The kid ran away. Anyways, so basically that's an 100 damage increase. So when you activate your aura, it's going to greatly help you. And although it doesn't level up your damage, the more you fight with aura, the more body aura you get. So I haven't done it that much, so it's only my arms. But if you go back to Middle Island, let's just travel there real quick. So now that we're at Middle Island, if you go to this yellow house right here, you're going to find the aura editor, which basically you can level up your aura. Like once you unlock more aura, you'll be getting more aura. So for example, for stage 0, if I change my visual state, it's only half of my arms that have aura, right? And then, but when I go to stage 1, then I have full arm. So the next thing we're going to go on to is dashing. Dashing is going to be one of the most useful things for you, if useful. So as you can see, all I got to do is jump up in the air 2 times, and then on computer, it's Q, and then on mobile, it's just like a normal dash thing. And dashing helps me get to Middle Island so much faster. And once you get more and more energy, which you upgrade with melee, you'll be able to dash really quickly. So now, next thing we're gonna go on to is abilities. So once you start the game, you're most likely just gonna have a normal melee ability, like just normal punching. But as you can see, for me, I have this like dragon style, which does much more damage. So I'll show you all the ones you can unlock in the first scene. So first, if you go from Middle Island to Skypiea over there, we're just gonna travel to Skypiea real quick. Now that we're at Skypiea, we're just gonna go beyond these clouds over here. So let's just jump over there, dash, 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 dash. And then behind this rock, you're going to find the Mad Scientist, where you can learn the electric ability from. So once you learn it, it's going to give you a bunch of cool styles. I can just show you guys a few of the attacks here. So instead of just normally punching NPCs, you can punch them with this electric ability, and you can use its other abilities, for example, Stomp or Electric Tackle, which is pretty cool. And once you level it up more, you can get Electric Floor, which I have not unlocked yet, but that's pretty cool. Next place we're going to want to go to is the Pirate Town. So I'll show you guys where the Pirate Town is from Middle Island. Okay, so from Middle Town, if you go over to that little town over there, the one with the big flag, let's just go over there real quick. If you go to the left side of town and you go into this little corridor right here, you're going to find a Dark Step teacher who will teach you Dark Step. If I just learn it real quick, it's basically like the thing that Sanji has. So if you're a huge Sanji fan, you're going to love this. So here, as you can see, I can kick, and I have Flying Kick right here. And I didn't really end up using this in the first sea, but if you level it up more and more, you can do more of Sanji's abilities for like breakdance or barrage. So it's gonna be pretty useful if you're a big Sanji fan, you want to do that. And now I'm gonna show you probably the best ability in the first sea. So I'll show you guys the location from Pirate Town. So right here, we're just gonna buy a boat. So from here, we're going to go back to that little frozen island we got from the Aura teacher. So let's just sail over there. So there's the frozen island, we got the Aura thing, and there's the prison right here. And right in between, you're going to see, like, we haven't really reached it yet, but you're going to see a huge whirlpool, which will lead you down to the Fishman area, which is where you're going to get the earlier version of Fishman Karate. Okay, so now we finally arrived, so all we're going to do is just drive straight into this whirlpool. See, you can't really sail in, so it pushes you away, so you just got to jump in and then go face first. So now we're in the underwater cities. So once you see this big green building, you're going to want to go to the right of it, back here, where we're going to buy the Fishman Karate. So between this little purple door, if you just go through here, you're going to find Water Kung Fu Teacher, earlier version of Fishman Karate. So it's going to cost you $750,000, which I currently cannot afford, but it's going to be extremely cool. I'll throw up some of the attacks that it has. It's really powerful for fighting against enemies, and it's going to be the best ability once you're rich enough to afford it in the first sea. Next thing I'm going to tell you guys about is codes. So we can just stay here for codes. So basically, if you just go onto the internet and search up Blox fruits codes and whatever month you're in, for me it's May 2024, you're going to see all active Blox fruits codes, and this is going to be really useful. So then you just go down here, and these are a bunch of codes that give you 2 times XP, belly, a stat reset. So if you want to change all your sword stats to your Blox fruit stats, you can do that. More 20 minutes 2 times XP, 30 minutes 2 times XP. So when you're grinding, this is going to be extremely useful for you. I wish I knew about this more in the first season. And you can go here. It says codes. You just copy and paste the code, and then you're going to get 20 minutes XP. It's going to be really useful for grinding and really useful for you. So final thing I'm going to tell you guys about before I leave is race. So you're going to start out the thing as a human race, but as you can see for me, I have this little rabbit tail and rabbit ears, which is mink. So I run really fast, and in the second sea, third sea, you can further upgrade it to get more upgrades. For me, I have this agility, which makes me go really fast, and I'll throw up the full evolutions of like mink, cyborg, and all of that. As you can see, they're really cool. So now what you're gonna do is go to shop, because you can't like get this normally until the second sea. Like right now, you're just gonna have to buy it in the first sea. So you go to shop, and it's pretty simple. So then you just go down here and you go to change race. So it's only 90 Robux, pretty cheap. And then for me, I got extremely lucky because I just purchased it and got mink, which is personally my favorite race. But so thank you guys so much for watching this video. If this helped you in your Blox Fruits journey, I really hope that it did, and you can become a Blox Fruits master someday. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.